Jake, isn't it so exciting that the Royal Rumble has 30 participants in it?
Yeah, Scott Nover, I guess it's kind of exciting.
Well, remember that time they did 40 participants?
Yeah, I remember when they increased it to the 40 for that one time.
Well, I mean, come on. What about the time they did 50 participants?
They did have 50 people in one match that one time, yeah, I guess.
Jake, are you tired of the Royal Rumble?
Maybe if they had 60 participants?
You're thinking of World War III.
Are we tired of the Royal Rumble? Today on Pro Wrestling Palskis. Hey, Scott Narver.
Hey, Jake Lloyd-Bacon.
Hello to everybody out there joining us for another episode of PWP. And a special shout out to those in the live stream, the super exclusive patron-only live stream. If you would like to join us,
get that stream all over you.
Yeah, if you want to get our stream all over you, then you can only do that at patreon.com/PWPalskis. Every Palski gets access to the live stream, so you can tell us how wrong and stupid and dumb, but handsome we are in real time. And an apology to our slight delay to those of us who joined our live stream a few minutes ago. We had a slight late start, but we're glad you're hanging out.
There's only one person to blame for that.
The Repo
My dad.
Man. Oh, okay.
Oh, geez, just health problems while he's in hospice. Needs medicine and attention.
How inconsiderate.
I am attempting to do a wrestling podcast. I told him that. I was hovering over him like, first off, what's your pain level? 1 through 10. 1 being the least, 10 being the worst. And you know, I'm talking about people who take bumps for a living. They seem to be getting the refine. Fine, here you go.
The problem with that is you can't see, your dad's not a wrestling fan, but he was like a massive coke addict in the 80s. So when you say people who take bumps for a living, he thinks that you're just talking about people who are just doing a bunch of coke.
Interesting thing to put on one's father when you are estranged from yours.
I don't know that.
Put that addiction on my father when you've got the wrong addiction.
I don't. It was just a joke. I have no context for that bit. That bit was just pulled out of my ass. For all I know, your dad is like wanted out there for actual coke drugs, and I just outed that. And now the FBI is going to come knocking on his door.
No.
That's right. FBI.
As much as you try and slander my family, let me do it because it is mine. How is your holidays with your families? Oh wait. By the by, I would like to point out something that is actual and funny that is involved in wrestling.
Okay.
So one of the go-tos of just like putting something on TV for him, right, while he's laying in bed because he's essentially bedbound, is just throw on some ESPN, throw on some Sports Center, and it's just giving you coverage of all this stuff. And good God, leading up to the Royal Rumble, I would just hear, because I work like in
proximity,
work one room away, and then also like share a wall with him for sleep. The amount of, boom, hey, scored a touchdown. But coming up, we're taking a look at the Royal Rumble stats, and we're going to be looking at this and looking at that. Like, oh my God, it was constant. The amount of WWE, by the way, sports fans,
it's so
bullshit.
absurd.
30-person Royal Rumble's coming up. And then on Royal Rumble day, he's watching something that's on ESPN. He's watching an actual game, of something.
An actual
I think
sport.
It's basketball.
Okay.
And they would constantly cut to like, now we see Jey Uso heading to the arena in Saudi Arabia. The Royal Rumble is going to be starting in 30 minutes.
Oh my God.
And he was just, it didn't affect. He didn't go like, well, I don't want to watch this.
But I'm sure other people did.
He's seeing so much coverage of this compared to what I'm seeing. And like, I watch casually, but I didn't get that much like advertisement of a thing that he's not going to go, hey, can we sign up for that? I'd like to really see all these people arrive. Those ladies are wearing a lot of clothes.
There's no way that a bunch of sports fans who can't stand wrestling are enjoying that on their programming.
No.
And, I saw somebody that wrote
and if they did, I don't think they were showcasing the people that would be of interest.
Right. Okay. Fair.
Because, there's talk of like surprise people coming back or something like that. Like, that's tough. And also, I think it's tough too I mean, granted they're watching ESPN, but if you didn't have the app, because that was part of it, they're saying like, be sure to sign up for the app and do that. Like someone's going to do that within 30 minutes and then set aside, like, I'm going to watch a 4-hour event.
Right.
But I think you had to have
also I'm going to pay extra money to do so. You have to go get Ric Flair. Right.
You have to go get
right.
some legendary people to show up and be like, they're going to say something. Oh, I'll check that out.
It seems to me like of the Disney bundle, like Disney Plus would have been the place for this because it has the little tab for like Marvel and the little tab for like Nat Geo and all of the like the WWE tab would just fit right along those. And the same people who are like watching Marvel shows are the same people who are watching wrestling. Those two things are closer in nature than, actual sports and pro wrestling.
Well, Peacock, I think, did it
Peacock did a great way too. Yes.
And funnily, right, where it's
through a funnel,
all the things, and then there's WWE at the end, right before your settings.
Right.
I haven't seen the ESPN layout. They might do it well. They might do it. Maybe it's, but I guess sports and WWE.
Right. And the argument I'm not making is that they don't have a little tab, but that it's closer to something like Marvel or Disney movies than it is to sports.
Hey, it ain't entertainment sports, man. It's sports entertainment.
Shout out to the chat. Looks like we got Alice Rader joining us. Gil, Tim Redbird. Gil says, didn't even realize the Rumble was on Saturday until Friday, but then I had already planned to go to a protest, an anti-ice protest. So, also says there's a lot of cocaine talk. It feels like we're back in the rock and wrestling era. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to give you flashbacks. So this is the other thing about the Rumble that just happened. I kept seeing advertisements, whereas you were hearing advertisements, I could not avoid advertisements on like all social media platforms and all streaming services for Rumble. They advertised the shit out of it, but all of them said the exact same thing. Yeah, on Tubi, on Movie, on Freevee, on Peavey, on Dixer and Dancer and Prancer and Donner.
I bet you're on Dixer.
Dixter. There's a T in there. D-I-X,
want to be there.
D-I-X-T-E-R. It's my favorite app to meet people. But where was I going? Oh yeah. The ads are all lies.
To a free clinic.
The ads are all watch WWE with the Disney Plus ESPN Hulu bundle. That is the words verbatim. It says watch WWE with this bundle.
Yeah.
On all of the ads. And it's constantly the same thing over and over again. And I've gotten to a point now where I know why I keep getting fed it, because I keep clicking on all of the ads and wherever I have the option, because I'm waiting for I'm hoping that underneath them is just filled with comments that say like, I have this bundle, but I still can't watch it. Because they're literally just lying in these ads. I have the bundle myself. It's not with the bundle. It's with ESPN Unlimited. If you have the bundle, you still have to pay for Unlimited. It's a completely separate thing. It's I don't know.
In that
it's
bundle, eh?
False advertising. And it's driving me crazy because I'm like, I need repercussions. I need them to be in trouble. Like, you can't just, how are they getting away with this blatant false advertising?
What? I'm trying to think of how you skew it in their favor, right? It's if you get that bundle, then that has the access to unlock you have the app, maybe. But then you have to pay the premium. So it's like if you got, hey, get Netflix to watch the late. Okay, an example. This is not a movie podcast.
I know. I'll go with you. Go ahead.
It's not a movie podcast. I recently got my Netflix restored because I was looking up movies where I'm like, hey, I wonder where this is at. Hey, where's Karate Kid Legends? Oh, it's on Netflix. Hey, where's 28 Years Later? It's on Netflix. These are on Netflix. Everything says it's available on Netflix. Cool. I get my work account back in order. It is tied in through the phone. Boom. I got Netflix signed back up. I go to check out those movies and it says not available in your plan. It is not available on the basic low bitch tier plan with ads.
Right.
It has something where it's like, we can't figure out where to put ad breaks in your movie. And we'd have to pay them ad money, and we don't want to do that because we stole a copy from the library and we're just streaming that and taking all the money. So it's available on Netflix.
Right.
So if I get Netflix, I can watch those movies.
Okay.
But I've unlocked the access to them. But if I pay a premium, I can watch those movies. That's how I understand, look at what you're talking about.
I understand that. But even in that instance, the thing that you end up paying for, while it might be a different plan of it, is still Netflix. It's not ESPN Unlimited, an entirely different service.
So what I'm trying to figure out, though, ESPN Unlimited in any basic form is not in that bundle.
No.
I thought maybe it is like a Netflix where there's tiers of it.
Maybe I don't know.
Basic level.
All I know is that, and I didn't try it for this one because I didn't have an interest, but the first ESPN pay-per-view or PLV, whatever the fuck we're calling them nowadays, which I don't remember how many ago that was, but the first one happened and we talked about it on the show. I was like, well, let's see. I'm just going to try.
WrestlePalooza.
Sure, WrestlePalooza. I tried it, and it's not on my ESPN Plus, despite the fact that I have the Disney bundle. And so, I don't know. All I'm saying is...
You've been talking a lot of shit on WWE, so maybe there's that.
Maybe it's that. Maybe they're like, oh, fuck that company right now. Anyways, the Rumble happened for the very first time in, I don't know, 18 years, 19 years. I didn't watch the Royal Rumble. It happened at an odd time, if I'm not mistaken, because of the different place on the planet. A lot of people didn't even realize it was happening in our community, which I thought was unique. I think it's like kind of a sign that maybe the Rumble is no longer that like must see. Because I think for years the Rumble was like, even if you're not watching episodically week to week, like the Rumble's the thing that you tune in for every year. If you're a fan of wrestling, not any type.
It's the most socially easily digestible one because gambling is readily available for that event compared to all other events.
It's also just like kind of fun in nature. It's a big who's going to show. It's like we built in the surprise.
That shit's gone now. Like,
I know,
they've gotten rid of that for 2 years.
I get it, but Gil in the chat. I guess you can't call Jake a WWE shill anymore. Podcast Raiders.
You can't, because that's the only one he's mad about and we'll talk about because he doesn't acknowledge the other companies.
Right. Like, all this guy does is complain about WWE. He doesn't even complain about AEW.
He doesn't even fucking acknowledge MLW, you son of a bitch.
That's really funny. I love that. Alice Raider in the chat says, used to be my favorite pay-per-view of the year, but not anymore. And it feels like, to your point, sorry, before that distracted me. Yes, I understand that the whole surprises part of it, we haven't been doing that in a few years, but even though that hasn't been the case, I think that energy is still there. Because you never know whether they're going to go back and do that again, or if it's simply just like the nostalgia bait of like, oh, the Royal Rumble, you never know who's going to show up. That was drilled into us, and there was always like a legend or two. And so even if we haven't done it in 10 years, your brain still goes, oh, hey, Survivor Series. The matches with the 5-on-5 and people tag and it's 1-by-1. You still tune into Survivor Series. That match doesn't happen anymore. But you get what I'm trying. You get the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
But it does seem like maybe it's lost some of its luster.
You double up in a year, that's certainly going to kill some of the enthusiasm. You double up in a night.
Right. In a single evening, yeah.
I have a friend who has access to it, and they know that I'm a wrestling fan, and they said, did you watch this? Because he took a screen grab of their screen. I go, no, I don't have it anymore. I don't have it. They're like, well, do you want to watch? Like, I'd be up for watching it. And I gave a couple disclaimers. I'm like, well, just so you know, it's in Saudi, and it's built new stadium with slaves. And, there's a couple things like, I don't know if you have strong feelings about any of this, because I will remark and joke about it as we watch it. And it's probably minimum 4 hours, if not longer. And they're like, it's fine. I've watched Rumbles before. I'm cool. And there's 2 Rumbles.
Right. It's going to happen twice.
I almost lost them on that one.
Oh, really?
That was like why is there 2? Like there's a men's and a women's. Oh, yeah, I'd still watch that. Read as like so I can take a nap somewhere in the right, or maybe I can go.
There will be a gap at some point.
Oh, I could do my taxes then. Oh, great.
That's literally, we kind of moved past it, but only because you just mentioned that. Where was it? I think Tim Redbeard said, I watched the Ladies Rumble, then muted it when I worked with my TurboTax person to help me do my taxes for my business. So literally that's what happened. Way to go.
There you go.
Good job.
Get it in early, folks.
Yeah.
Be done with it.
Did they I guess I'm asking you like you watched it. Oh, wait, did you? Oh, wait, let me you finish.
I have gotten a complete rundown from friend of the show, Mark Warsaka.
Got it. Okay. So I'm curious, did they bookend the Rumbles like they've done recently? So,
yes.
Yeah. That way you could do your taxes in the middle.
I say just do them at the same time at this point.
Yeah, why not? Oh, both of the Rumbles, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, put the 2 rings.
Yeah.
And do one of the men's, one of the women at the exact same time. And here's the thing. The best part about this is, you know how they're always like, oh, every 2 minutes, every couple minutes,
every minute.
And now it's every minute, and it's one from each. So it's just every 60 seconds. It's just a bunch of people counting down from 10 for an hour.
Yeah.
An entire hour of people counting every single minute. So that when we get to 60 people.
Think of social media people losing their mind. Like, I need another minute in between. I was figuring out the hashtags.
Scott, I think you just fixed the Royal Rumble.
I fixed the night of Royal Rumble.
Here's my question. Okay, here's the question, though. Because if it's this 2 side-by-side rings, generally the entrance ramp is at the short side of 2 rings stacked. Who would be the ring closest to the entrance? Would that be the men or the women? Or would you have to rotate the ring 90 degrees so that way people don't have to walk past the first one?
Neither. Okay. Neither. You do it old school TNA style. You do 2 sides of entrances with rings in the middle.
Got it.
So one the side, old Impact Zone.
Yeah. They can come.
The good guys, the bad guys
came from one side.
You do both. You have them both that way. So you got a ladies' side and a men's side. So that way you know them bathrooms are separate. And ain't no one pooping near nobody.
Yeah, I don't know. I do like the idea though of it all happening at once, because at least it would be visually interesting to watch what happens with the interactions between entrants and whether or not every now and then like people who are associated. Husband and wife go like, "Hey, where'd you park the car? Where'd you park the car?" And then they're distracted, and then they get tossed out. They're like, "Oh, what did you do?" And then they're like, "Oh, I can't believe they're going to have to drive home together tonight. Like, I do hate to be in that car." Who would they have to end at roughly the same time? Like, what if one just ends really early, the other one keeps going for another 20 minutes?
Well, the minimum is an hour. Like, that's how it's baked in.
Yeah,
because it's 30 participants and then 2 minutes per. Mm-hmm. So that's fine. If one ends, maybe the other one stops and goes like, "Oh shit, I think Naomi's going to take this."
Right.
And they're just watching. And they're like, "Whoa, that's cool."
I think we can wrap up our show. It's a little short, but I think we figured it out. I think we fixed
why. I got more.
Okay, great. I mean, to just quickly answer the prompt of the episode title, "Are we tired of the Royal Rumble?" It sounds, if I could speak for most people, like it's kind of a yes to that.
I am tired of all the stakes in one night being like, this is it. We're on the road to WrestleMania, but this is the Royal Rumble where the biggest thing can happen of all time, and it is super big. But then later, we're gonna just kind of clean some shit up and make it a little more clear with like the Elimination Chamber. But like that's not really a big deal until we tell you it is. But it's not really.
In fairness, the Royal Rumble isn't the road to WrestleMania. It's the start of the road. The Royal Rumble is the parking garage that you have to pull out of to get onto the road to go to WrestleMania. It's the parking garage of WrestleMania.
No, that's like the week before when there are people going like, "And now I will declare to be in the Royal Rumble," like Finn Balor on the Raw before. This was so dumb. This is that kind of stuff where I go, when I check back in and I go, Finn Balor, is he awake yet? No, he's not. Okay. They wrote him such a terrible on-screen thing to do. So he has a match like a week or two before in Ireland against CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. Like,
oh, okay.
You know,
hometown guy, crowd. Yeah, that's fun.
Gonna do all this, and like he's seeking that title. He hasn't had a title shot in 38 years since the one time he had it for less than a day.
Since before Seth Rollins broke his fucking arm or shoulder or whatever.
When Johnny LaQuaso did not catch him.
Oh, all Johnny's fault. I forgot about that.
He's a physical therapist. He needed the gig. So Johnny's always there to watch people get injured and go, "I'm a physical therapist."
Right. He's like, what they call it, an ambulance chaser. That's what they call that. Yeah.
So he has that match and he doesn't come out on top. CM Punk retains, and then it's like, you know, I got the fire back, and I'm going to find my way to WrestleMania. Goes up to Adam Pearce backstage. General manager goes, I would like to declare for the Royal Rumble. Dead face, dead eyes. And Adam Pearce goes, it's too late. It's full.
Wait, really?
Yes.
They don't tell. There's no inner company memo that gets down to all the wrestlers. Oh, just so you know, entrants are closed. Declarations are closed.
But like, this is what I'm saying. Of Finn really to go, funny. Look, I've been around for a little while. Can we not have my character sound like a total fucking moron to go, you know, I'm going to wait till the last possible minute to sign up for the Rumble. That there's no semblance of.
That's really funny.
This is like challenging for the Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Seems like a rib. It seems like somebody was fucking with him. Like the writers were like, oh, we're going to make him say this.
Like we're recording on the night of Raw after Royal Rumble. Someone tonight should be declaring
for next year.
I am entering myself into the 2027 Royal Rumble tonight. I saw what happened to Finn. He's an idiot.
That's funny.
Spot number 1 is taken.
I mean, that's our truth's job for years before they made him really great and then ungraded him again recently.
Yeah.
But
I'm still in the contract. I'm submitting for the next few Rumbles until I'm not here.
Gil in the chat says, I'm not tired of the Rumble. WWE is just exhausting by itself. And Alice Raider says same. And yeah, I mean, obviously that's a bigger question. And, you know, we've talked all about the state of WWE as a company at this point in time. Yeah, obviously WWE is fucking exhausting. And the WWE is the reason I didn't watch the Rumble this year, not a lack of interest in the Royal Rumble. So I guess you can't answer one question without acknowledging that the other one is maybe more prominent.
I would have been happy to have watched it had I had access already built in and then I wasn't paying additional money.
You're right. If it was still on Peacock and it wasn't in Saudi in that stadium, then I probably would.
I was dying to watch that. I'll watch a train wreck any old time of the week. I'm good
there
with
is that possibility that the stadium just collapses under the pressure of everybody, but
I've seen enough train wrecks in my backyard, so I'm happy to watch them in someplace else for a little while and go, look, it's somewhere else. So for me, I would have taken it. I know I couldn't have watched it all in real time with the situation going on in my home, where there's without interruptions, but I would have gladly taken in some Rumble times. I was awake during the afternoon. That's fine.
You're probably right. Like I said, accessibility, and again, for you, don't
it would
care
have been
about,
casual.
For me, the Saudi thing was the deal breaker. But yeah, if it was just
under
any
different
other year,
yeah, I would have hung out with friends and watched it, and we're doing bits and we're joking about it. Whatever.
Right,
it's a reason to hang out.
Right. I probably would have just had it on in the background as I was working and just
I'm not paying an additional $30 for it. I'm not signing up for all that for also like an app where I'm not getting anything else out of it.
Exactly. And the reality is that like, not that I would have paid this, but it almost makes more sense to just make it a pay-per-view again. Like even through the ESPN thing, like just make it a one-time premium thing. And even if it's less than whatever it is, the $30 a month, or then like do a slightly lower rate for a one time. And I guarantee you a lot more people will do it. If it was $15-$20, a lot more people would have probably watched it.
Yeah, but then you have to adhere to pay-per-view schedules and standards and yada yada. But what I would have probably honestly done is if they said, we'll send you a Blu-ray in a month. If you pay for it now, and we'll just send it to you. You don't have to think about it, do nothing. It'll just ship to your house. Like, I will do that. I will happily watch it a month later, know what happens, and be like, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's easy for me.
Yeah.
I'll sign up for that. So
sidebar, just because now Gil in this conversation has got me thinking about the politics of everything, and I know that we're trying to talk less about that, but this is just an interesting.
You.
I know
that's just your thing.
An interesting, pertinent thing. Did you see The Rock's niece's post?
Isn't that his daughter?
Is his daughter? I thought. Oh yeah, who is it? That was Ava Rain. That's his daughter. I don't remember who that was.
Ava.
Okay, that's his daughter. Sorry, I didn't know that. Well, she posted something because she's gone from the company. She's no longer under contract.
She did not renew her contract.
And she posted
for electrifying promos.
Yeah. The most electrifying daughter in NXT history. So
one who needs the most electrification to raise her from the dead like Frankenstein.
Well, we're shitting on her as a performer. Now I'm going to commend her as a person, but also simultaneously there's some subtext here. She said something to the extent of, now that I can post freely, or now that I can speak my mind freely.
Yep.
She wrote, fuck ICE or whatever, right?
Fuck this administration and fuck ICE.
Yeah. And so do we think that WWE now has an edict where like you can't be critical of the administration if you're under contract with them?
Jake, honestly, what giant entertainment corporation doesn't have that?
I don't know. I think to that level of like the specifics, I don't know.
I'm sure that there's an overall in WWE, like, don't post about politics.
Right.
Don't make yourself divisive to our fan base, and don't make us divisive to a fan base. We're all about entertaining people. Don't do it.
Yeah, I mean,
Disney clearly has shit like that in place. Like, don't do it. It's just, you work for a gigantic place. Like, don't do it.
Is it just, though, like specific people? Because despite the fact that he's now taking Saudi money, Punk is still, saying shit, calling out Republicans in that fucking show or whatever. And like, he's not getting in trouble. Or do we think he is and he's just paying fines or whatever?
I think there's just a handful of people that they go, it's whatever, it's fine, they can do it. Because it's like there's always versions of this throughout time, right? Like, they have a dress code, right? And there'd be a handful of people, it's like, well, they don't have to wear fucking suits when we go through all these places and then arrive at the buildings. Like, yeah, but they're that person. Or John Cena's in gimmick, so it's fine, he can wear the jorts and this and that. The drug testing, like, there's always something where you can take a handful of people and you go, they're making them money, it's fine. So, yes, good for her as a person to say that. Tremendous. And then her account was immediately fucking blocked.
Was it?
Yeah.
Because she still has the handle on it?
No, I think it goes deeper in that, sir.
Oh, I see what you're saying. All right, well, what else? What else about the Rumble? You said you have ideas.
I have ideas, I think, to freshen up, because, I think there's nothing wrong with the idea of a Royal Rumble. It's certainly just tough. We're in a night, you're bookending it, and you're going like, hey, you're going to see 30 people each time, and it's going to be super exciting, and, you're going to see spots, and you're going to see this. There's so much coordination to do for a show that's on the fly. Like, it's not like it's a production that's been put together for months.
Right.
And then you go, here's our Royal Rumble where you're going to see this amazing, well-timed everything. Like, you got to hope you get it right on the night.
It's hard to write.
Yeah. And 2 of them. That's nuts to go. We're going to do 2-hour-long things that involve 60 people, and it's going to be great from top to bottom. And the guy who was perfection at putting these together is long dead. So here we go. I think 1 year is what you do. You go like, look, you've seen the World War IIIs with 60 people and 3 rings. You've seen Royal Rumbles of various numbers.
Right.
You've seen what's on the line.
Right.
Or like it's a shot for a title at WrestleMania. Like 1 year, I say maybe something like All or Nothing. And it's
AEW?
No, that's Double or Nothing.
I know.
Or All Out or All In.
Eventually we'll have All or Nothing. Like it's going to be one of their pay-per-views eventually.
Just some match where it's like, it's everybody.
Like the entire roster.
It's the entire roster. It's every active wrestler involved. And the last one standing
gets paid and nobody else does.
That's right.
Because there's not a lot of people. What does the last one standing get?
You get the title.
The championship.
You get, yeah, because we're in the scenario, we're also down to a championship per gender.
The championship. Okay. All righty.
So yeah, like it's every single person. And why are we worried about 1 ring, 2 rings? Like, this is the one event where you then make a massive ring.
Oh, okay. It needs to be like an oversized ring.
Yeah, it's 20 by 20. Is that right?
Yeah.
60 by 60.
So, but are there just additional turn posts or posts along the way? Those ropes are going to be, just going to be floppy. You're not going to be able to do anything. You're not going to be able to touch those ropes.
Too bad. You're going to have to come up with some new ropes.
Is it still the shape of like 3 rings Oh, wait, no, you said 60 by 60.
60 by 60, you triple it.
It's going to cut into their floor seating a lot.
That's fine. They can charge more for the upper decks. like they're really crying about that one. Or Saudi will just build them another stadium on top of a stadium.
Yeah.
There'll be a sky dome above
Why
it.
don't they just go to Dubai and just fucking build a 60 by 60 ring, every single person on the roster. And it doesn't matter how many people are on the roster because there's always a lot. Generally, there's a lot more men on the roster in that division.
This eliminates all of the, like, in the Rumble, for instance, the rules that never quite exist, and it makes everybody mad every single year. So if you wrestled in the night, do you get to be in the Rumble or not? Sometimes the rule is no, you can't. Why would you think that, idiots? So Dana Brand's not in it, so fuck you. And then this year, Gunther wrestled in the night, and then he was number 30 in the Rumble.
Oh, interesting.
So it's never consistent. So you eliminate that right away because everybody's in it. Is it?
So a couple questions to do our super. What are you calling it? Is it just the Royal Rumble, or do they have
all
a gimmick?
Nothing.
Oh, yes, right. All or nothing. Would it be all? Would it be all or nobody? Oh, I see what you're saying. All or nothing. You don't get a title.
You get nothing.
But that would imply you get all the titles. So that does the winner also become tag team champion?
You get the one title that means something.
So it's not all. It's
all
one or nothing.
You get that Castrol GTX sponsorship. Okay. You get.
All right.
You know,
I'll overlook that. So are we coming out in intervals still?
No, this is like battle royal style. You introduce everybody.
You get them
all.
Do they all get entrances?
Yes.
Oh, we don't just play the theme to one of the shows.
This is how you got to fill a show too.
Okay.
Like it's
it's
also advertising. It's brought to you by the video game to go like, look at everyone that's available in the video game. All of them are in the ring.
Okay. So it's like Andre the Giant battle style. Except they all get an entrance. Regardless
what?
of who they
Andre the
are.
Giant battle style.
Yeah, remember the Andre the Giant battle, memorial battle, where it was like they had a bunch of people all come up, and then like a bunch of people had entrances.
Jake, that's called a battle royal.
I know. So everything just starts at 1, so we don't have to worry about time
nope.
things. Same rules. Over the top rope, feet touch the floor.
Yep.
Okay. I'm trying to think of like other things that would come into play that would be different. Suppose there really wouldn't be much different.
Intergender.
It's not one for each. It's the entire roster. It's completely
everybody, man.
Okay.
Because otherwise you're doing 2 all or nothings.
So then
that's double or nothing, and that's no good. Somebody already has that.
So does the winner get just their gender championship or both?
Just theirs.
And what happens to the other one? Whoever was champion is still champion?
That's the other thing. If you're the champion going in, you're defending it essentially.
Okay, got it. All right.
So it's there. Like it's the WWE championship. It's the men's WWE and the women's WWE championship.
All right.
And they're both in the mix and they can lose it. And they're probably targets right away.
60 by 60 ring. It's going to be like a lot of people just in the middle. Like, why would you even go near the ropes? It's so easy to not get thrown out. It's going to be, we're going to see a lot of people laying in the middle of the ring.
You're not going to get on Instagram that way. If you're in the middle, no one can see you. No one can make a story, you know?
All right.
How are you going to connect with the fans if you're just in the middle?
Does it have to be active? Are people who are under Legends contracts, are they also in it?
You might be able to get some, but it's about the active roster.
Okay, active roster.
There's not enough.
And is that for the entire company? So does that include NXT?
Yeah.
And does it include TNA? The people who are...
because that is not truly their
I know.
company.
How many people do you think that is?
Hundreds.
Right? It's
Yeah.
gotta be so many. I'm just curious.
I would think minimum is 250 people.
Between both, let's see. I'm curious if there's just like a quick and easy active roster. WWE. All right, so I just went to the SmackDown Hotel website that aggregates a bunch of shit. Current WWE roster on February 3rd, 2026. This is a list of all current WWE wrestlers from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Evolve, and WWE ID.
Okay.
between men and women's rosters, as well as managers, announcers, authority figures, producers, and others' personalities. Okay, so wait, how do we get rid of that?
That's fine. That's, that's maybe like 20, 25 people.
Okay, so then if we're just assuming, oh wait, maybe I can. Yeah, I can't get rid of. I was thought maybe I can turn off non-competitors, but if we're including that last part where it's, whatever I said, managers, announcers, authority figures, there's 216.
It's pretty close.
I think it's going to be insanely boring for a chunk of it.
And it probably will be until it's not. Because the spectacle, all that's going to get you through for a while. And then you go like, wait. And then it starts happening. And then by the end, you're getting to it. Like, you talk about a Final Four in a 60 by 60 ring. How cool is that? Now, I'm willing to amend some of this stuff. Like, we can certainly change it up. Because what we could do is we could do packs, right? We could stick with the standard 20 by 20 ring. And say that number, right, is just 200.
Okay.
Right? Like, we're going 200 competitors in the active roster, because you can tell the WWE universe, like, there are 200 active roster members within the WWE. And everyone will be like, there's actually 204, because if you look at this person on injury reserve, like, whatever. You just tell everyone it's 200. Then what you do is you could do 20 packs. So it starts with 20.
Okay.
And then you do like every 10 that's eliminated, like you do some sort of countdown.
Right.
And then you get a 10 pack of the next group.
So it's sort of like
then you're getting a pack of 10 that comes out. But no, it's no fucking suits of cards or nothing.
I know, but what I'm saying is, like, it's still like a couple, like a group of people all do come out at once, kind of like the Casino Battle Royale or whatever it's called.
Yeah. But it's rather than just one at a time and it's intervals. Right. It's the next group of 10, which is
so that way there's
women.
There's never more than 20 or 30 in there at a time.
Correct.
Right.
So that way it can lead to a little bit more excitement, but it's still all about turnover.
I'd like the idea that there's like a doorman, like at a club, like with the velvet rope, like has to wait till people exit before enough people can come in again.
You could have MVP head that up.
I mean, that's pretty great right there. Gil in the chat says no AAA as far as the
they can rosters. Be part of the like sort of the legendary people, or if you have a couple of TNA invites, you could do like a group of 10 where you go, and there's invites of 10 additional people to the 190 active roster members. Like, so it'll be 200 people all in all.
Okay. Tim Redbeard in the chat says AEW is missing a gold mine by not having their 4 major pay-per-views named All In, All Out, Shake It All About, and of course their WrestleMania, the Hokey Pokey, or Hokey Poker to keep their dumb gambling theme. Good job. Good job, Tim. Oh shit, speaking of Tim's, better late than never. We totally forgot to acknowledge current PWP champ Tim Bemis up top. I'm so sorry, Tim. I apologize. In just a few minutes here, though, Tim will be defending that title to see who their February champ is. So
in packs of 10.
In packs of 10. That was more directed at the SmackDown Hotel than Scott, is what Gil said about no AAA. Well, it's they were both the same thing. Scott runs SmackDown Hotel. A lot of people don't know that.
Good rates.
I mean, listen, I don't know that I want to watch the thing you're talking about.
Why not?
But like you said, it would be a train wreck, and so I'd kind of I'd be like, well, I got to see what this is.
Every single person within a company fighting for the title, including the person who has the title.
I think the intergender thing ruins it a little bit for me. Because now it's no longer for a title, it's for one up. Because then we're in this weird WWE world where it's like, depending on who wins, the different titles are on the line. What if it's just the last woman standing gets the women's and the last man standing gets the men's, and then but whichever one happens first.
That all the women aren't eliminated before.
What are you talking about?
Like, what if there's a bunch of chauvinists that go like, get all the ladies out of here?
But that's the point I'm trying to make. The last woman standing of all of the women, that's the one. So it might happen before the end of the final part of the match, or vice versa. But that's the person who gets it. But you can't leave. You got to stay in. You have to just bite. You have to just keep fighting. Even though you've already won, you still have to stay there till the end. And then once the last man is out and there's only one man and one woman left, then they have to kiss.
See, you're turning this like a homecoming situation.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're making them prom king and queen.
I guess. I mean, listen. I guess it makes sense. It will mean though that at some point, yeah, the one of the matches essentially is over before the other, because if it just comes down to just men or just women, then whoever that champ is on that other side goes, great, okay, good, I'm safe. That the men's part of the match is over because my title's safe because there's no more men left. It's only women.
Yeah, if you divide it, that's why I think it's no fun.
No. In your version, this is what I'm saying. In your version, if a woman wins it, then she gets the women's title. If a man wins it, it gets the man title. At some point in the match, there will be no more of one of the other. If it just comes down, unless it comes down to one man and one woman.
No, because if it was coming down to one man and one woman,
in that instance, the winner will get yes. But that's the only time.
Someone has to be eliminated.
Yes, but that's the only time that will happen. But if it comes down to 2-1 or 3-1, and then that one person gets eliminated from, then the women's championship will not be, or has
Correct.
already been decided. Yes.
Correct. Then the one who is champion remains champion still.
Yes, exactly. So they're safe.
How about this for a caveat? Because it is called all or nothing. So you have to put everything on the line.
Oh, you lose it.
You have to surrender it, and you can win it back by winning the event.
All right. So you go into it with the titles are vacant at the beginning of the night.
Yeah. You surrender it by going in.
And then what? Okay. All right. So let's keep playing this through. Then what happens to the division that doesn't end up with a winner? Let's say a woman wins this thing. What happens to the men's title, the men's world championship?
The greatest booker of all time taught me a little something with tournaments.
Who's the greatest booker of all time?
I don't remember his name. TK something rather.
Okay. Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
Timothée.
Wonka.
His name is actually Timothée. Okay.
Timothée Chalamet.
Timothée Chalamet.
Can we have Timothy Chalamet and M. Night Shyamalan make a baby, please?
What? Wait, why?
A baby of
What's
names.
the outcome? All right. I'd rather just the two of them get married and one of them hyphenate.
An adorable baby with a twist.
I'd rather them get married and then each of them hyphenate. So that way he's M. Night Chalamet and Timothée Chalamet. Yeah,
I'm
I want
all for
them.
that too.
Yeah.
But then you have to have the romantic couple name like a Benifer.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. What do they call them? The celeb names? They're celeb. Yeah.
None of which is funnier than the Colbert one made up for William H. Macy and what's her name? Huffman. Felicity Huffman. Is that it?
Yeah.
It's like William H. Muffman or something.
I don't remember that.
He would do it on the Colbert Report.
Muffman? I love that. Alrighty. Well, listen, I think you fixed the Royal Rumble. Everybody's interested again. Now no one's sick of it anymore. And we fixed the whole thing.
So you do something like this once every so often?
Oh, I thought you meant
and
once.
Then go, okay, now we're back to the Royal Rumble.
Alrighty.
People get sick of Hell in a Cell. What'd you do? Punjabi prison match. Amber's like, please bring back the Hell in a Cell.
What about doing exactly what you did, but in a cell? What if we just put a cage over the Royal Rumble for no reason?
How do you get rid of anyone?
Well, it'd have to be a cell. So you could feet still can touch the ground on the outside of the ring. But then when you're on the outside of the ring, the cage has nothing to do with it.
How do you?
It's just to make it hard for people to see with shitty seats.
I see.
Like, because you can't really use the cage, because if you're using the cage, you're on the outside, which means you're already eliminated.
Right.
It's just a visual. It's just to sell a toy.
Hey, I'm all for that. Selling toys.
I don't even know who won the Rumbles. Who won the Rumbles?
So here's what's crazy.
Tell me what's crazy. I've been waiting for someone to tell me what's crazy.
Liv Morgan wins the women's one, right?
Okay, who's the champ? Well, I guess who are the champs that she might fight?
2 women.
Okay, understood. Thanks for clarity.
AJ Styles retiring this year, right? So he's made it clear.
All right.
Gunther says, hey, you're gonna face me in a match, and if you lose, you retire. Like your career's over. Men's Rumble's first in the night.
Okay.
AJ Styles wins the Rumble, but then he still has his match.
Shit, AJ won the Rumble.
AJ wins the Rumble, but then he has his match with Gunther, and then everyone's like, "Wait, but he could lose."
Oh,
Gunther beats him. AJ's retired.
You know what? That without watching it and knowing whether or not the actual matches were good, that's really interesting booking. Good job.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and that is my resume to WWE because none of that happened.
Oh, you got
Roman
me.
Reigns.
You totally got me, dude. You guys should see my face right now. You guys should totally see my face right now. You totally got me.
Roman Reigns won.
Well, that's fucking boring. Wait, really? Man, that was such a good idea.
Thanks.
And especially because earlier you said...
My ideas are unreal.
Earlier you said that Gunther was number 30 in the Rumble. So I thought that maybe it came down to just them. And AJ threw him over in the Rumble, and then they actually had their match later in the night, which would have been even cooler because he already beat him in the Rumble. Now he has to face him, but then he loses and he has to retire. But wait, hang on. Scott, that's really good. That's so much better. I wish that you just didn't tell me who actually won. But
I had to have the listeners.
You said neither of that happened. You said neither of that happened, but did they actually have a singles match though?
They did.
And did AJ lose and therefore have to retire?
Yes.
Okay, so some of that happened according to your thing.
Yes.
Oh, all right. So AJ's done. That's it. He's done from WWE.
Sort of. He took his gloves off, like,
retired his gloves,
taking off the boots and everything.
Yeah.
But then put them back on and did his pose and walked away. So everyone's like,
he changed his mind.
Going somewhere else?
He changed his mind.
Are you retiring in 2026, but just not in WWE? So it's unclear.
All right. So
muddy waters.
So he's going to go and wrestle in other companies. He's going to do the Sting tour, maybe, instead of the Cena tour.
What, retire a couple of times?
No, maybe I'm conflating.
Sting
things.
just wrestled in AEW.
Yeah, but okay, then I'm conflating another person who did like a few matches in different companies.
John Cena? Oh, Ric Flair.
Was it the Flair tour? Okay, that's what it was. Sorry. Yes.
No, I'm just naming people that retired in recent years.
Gil in the chat says, hear me out. If you add the Hell in a Cell, the wrestlers have to break into the cell and then, wait, this is just King of the Mountain in TNA.
Man, that was one of the most confusing ones.
But I do want to say really quickly, just because he had a typo, and he didn't say the Mountain in TNA. He said the Mountain in Tina, the women's name Tina, and then he corrected it TNA. But I like the idea that there's a wrestling company called Tina.
Yeah. King of the Mountain was...
Total instantaneous nonstop action.
Yeah. That's it. That's Tina. That's Tina in a nutshell.
All right, so AJ is retired, or maybe just has to quit WWE and he'll show up someplace else, maybe.
Yeah, Gunther he wasn't really specific. He's like, put your career on the line.
I mean, it does seem
everywhere.
It does seem though that like they've been booking Gunther as the guy who's, currently retiring people. And so
he's the career killer,
I
like as a moniker.
Oh, really? I love that. Yeah, the career killer. Easy for me to say. Tamina. Pronunciation.
The coleslaw cruncher.
Pronunciation has never been my forte. That's how Michael Cole pronounces TNA.
And then, and then you got Lillian Garcia calling things a championship.
So Roman Reigns, has Roman been back, or was it a return in the Rumble for him?
Roman has periodically been there. He is now, I don't know if he was an outward, if he was speaking out against, wrestlers years ago when it's like, wait, they're just coming back part-time and then you're booking them to win the Rumble when we've been here all fucking year and then they get a WrestleMania spot. But either way, Roman Reigns is that guy now.
Okay. All right.
So speculation of it was said to be Cody versus Roman Reigns was going to be the WrestleMania match.
Oh, that's unique. That's fresh.
And there was a lot of backlash against that idea happening. So then there was a pivot when we had Drew McIntyre win the WWE Championship kind of out of nowhere against Cody Rhodes. Jacob Fatu was involved in that turmoil to make that happen. So then people were speculating that's a triple threat. We're going to get Cody, Jacob Fatu, and Drew McIntyre for the title. And then when Roman won, people immediately went, oh, so it's Roman versus Punk then? But I would imagine you're dealing with a 4-way in that scenario. You're dealing with Jacob, Roman, Drew, Cody, and then Punk, maybe a returning Seth Rollins or not sure.
Sounds like WWE wrestling programming. Alrighty. Well, now I'm not so bummed that I missed the Rumble, knowing that
you're bummed that you missed my Royal Rumble.
That would have been. I would have loved to have seen that. That would have been so fun.
You know what would have been really cool about it too?
What?
A 60 by 60 ring with big old floppy ropes.
So much ring. I hope it has the exact same construction as a 20 by 20. It's just larger, which means that the beams in the middle are so soft because of that flex. It has to have like the same, like ratio to have the flex beam in the middle. That in the middle, it's just like a fucking trampoline.
Soon we're gonna get a wrestling promotion in those like bouncy gyms. Like
like they call them like a trampoline.
Yeah, the trampoline parks.
That's what it is. Yeah, trampoline park.
We need that. That's what we need.
Trampoline park wrestling.
Yeah.
TPW. No
one. It's cool. So you wouldn't say W. You say TP dub.
TP dub. TP. Now it just sounds like you really need to wipe your ass. And there's no toilet paper. You're calling
your friend Dub to help you.
There's no toilet paper in the bathroom. TP dub. Alrighty. I think we fixed the Royal Rumble. I think we've explored all of that there is to explore. We have to go take a hotline call. I don't know if the
chat has yet caught up to me telling you what happened in the men's Rumble.
I think they did. They didn't care. No one cared. We did hear Tim says, why wasn't AJ Lee in the women's Rumble? Gil says
didn't want to wear that much clothes.
Gil says story ends with Gunther making Randy retire, and then he's the real legend killer. He's the legend killer's career killer at that point. I don't know if you guys heard the dog bark outside. All right. Before we get out of here and go take some hotline calls, and before we say goodbye to the live stream, it is the first episode of February. Don't know why I pronounced it that way, but we need to pick our February PWP champ. Scott and Arbor, tell the kids all about our Patreon.
You give us money, we give you stuff.
Alrighty. And all of the names are in there, in the jar. Let's mix it up. Current PW champ, Tim Bemis. This was Tim's first time championship. I wonder if Tim will retain this title for February. I have a single title, competitor here, and new Hall of Fame level most winning champion of all time, champion of February, Andrea Peeler. Once again, just a powerhouse, a dominant figure in the landscape.
She just is not
the Pro Wrestling Palskis.
Someone enjoying a long reign at all. She just comes in and goes like, nah, I'm letting you know that I'm still champ.
She's kind of like Roman Reigns now, or John Cena from years ago.
She quit? Andrea Beeler doesn't give up.
She just smiled and gave up. Andrea Beeler, congrats on your victory. Let me write it in the sheet. Just goes to show there's no limit to how many times you can win, and also that depending on how many how many $5 is you give us, you get multiple entries into the match every single month. So if you're a $5
which would also
patron,
be a great way to do the Royal Rumble.
Absolutely.
You pay Adam Pearce an extra $5, and then you get 2 chances at the Royal Rumble.
But what happens if you're entrant number 30 though? For the first one.
Well, then you go in the second Rumble of the night.
Great. There it is. We figured it out. Andrea, congrats once again on another victory. Tim Bemis, congrats on your January run. Appreciate both of you. Appreciate everybody who continues to support the program. And yes, once again, you get an entry per every $5 of your patronage. So if you want to really rig this system and have your name in that jar more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times, even if you want, there's no limit. You could just could just throw $100 to us every month, have your name in there. What is that? 20 times. Almost guarantee you're the champ every single month. You could ruin it for literally everybody.
Yeah. Well, you could ruin it for everybody if you did like $1,000. That's how you really ruin it for everybody.
What's the math on that? 200? I'd have to
$1,000.
I have to get a bigger jar. Yeah, that would be 200 entries, right?
It's just $1,000. That would just ruin it for everyone. If you just want to be a big old wet blanket, come in and just ruin it.
There is something to be said. There is something to be said about knowing how lazy and instantly frustrated I have become in my old age. That if somebody were to be like, for 1 month, I'm going to throw $1,000 into this, that we would be like, oh my God, we got $1,000 patronage for this month. That's so kind, amazing. And then I'd have to make the entries, and I'd have to like be cutting up the paper, and I have to fill out the 200. I would be so angry at this person the entire time.
Because that goes to show there's no amount of money that can make Jake Lloyd Bacon even the slightest bit happy.
And then the following month, they cancel their patronage, and I'd have to take it all out. I have to go through all the papers. I'm like, I gotta take this out again.
Why?
Because I'd have to find the original people to start over.
No, just make the original ones.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. That makes sense. Nothing I say makes sense, and nobody should listen to me ever. We're gonna go ahead and take some hotline calls. Thank you guys for joining us in the live chat. We appreciate you. Alice Rader in the chat says, once Tim gets his tax return, watch out. Good call back, Alice. And
him and Tina are gonna be on the lookout.
Yeah, look out. There we go. Thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for being patrons. We appreciate it. We're gonna go take some hotline calls. Scott and Arver, say goodbye to the live stream.
Bye, Tina.
747-666-5606. 747-666-5606. That's the number of the Pro Wrestling Palskis hotline. Or you can leave a voice memo on your phone and send it to hotline@pwpalskis.com. And we will play it right here on the program. Scott, you want to see what the hotline has in store for us this week?
I certainly do.
Hey, Scott. Hey, Jake. This is Gilbert up in Mission City, and I just had a question about, not a question, but I had a kind of a grievance with wrestling culture, wrestling fandom. This all kind of starts with my best friend, Sophia Zavon. She's currently in Japan training with Taka Michinoku, and then she's also working with Sonny Ono, and she was on Pro Wrestling Noah's Monday show called Monday Magic, and she's getting her name out there. She was on Collision a couple weeks ago, getting quote unquote his phone number, but Andrade's phone number. He's single now, whatever. But when she got it, people were like, she's obviously a wrestler in a plant, and she's not, she wouldn't be there if she weren't actually a wrestler, because whatever. I just want to know why people in wrestling are so quick to kind of suck the joy out of anything, just suck any kind of spontaneity out of a moment, even if it is a work. It doesn't make sense to me to do that, but it's something that seems to be pervasive in wrestling culture, even as far back as like Brawl Out, when CM Punk and the Elite got into their fight, and people were arguing about it left and right, and I just don't understand why we have to fight about these things, or just get condescending on people who just suspend their disbelief at another form of storytelling. It's one thing I just don't understand. Maybe you guys can explain it to me. Maybe it's just the internet is toxic. Sure, but yeah, it's just been bugging me for a while now. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good week. Bye.
Gilbert Short calling about the toxicity of wrestling culture and fandom. It's clearly personal to him because he's talking about people that are just being shitty towards a friend of his, which obviously there's always going to be a little bit of extra sensitivity there.
Yeah, because that person can get you free tickets to a show.
Yeah, and I don't want to undermine your feelings here, Gilbert, but I'm going to. Have you met a wrestling fan? Like, I get it. It sucks and it's shitty, but also this is the culture. And it's exhausting, which is why I think we've always attempted to try to avoid stuff like this, but you can't quite help it. I think it's part of the art form, unfortunately. But this is, I know what you're talking about.
Magic's not big enough. Like, Magic didn't really take off.
No.
So part of it is to bring some of the innocence to it with the unfortunate part of, and we're guilty of this. Everyone having a voice, right? Like everyone having the capabilities of having a microphone and platform and putting on a show and trying to figure it out and be right, trying to be the first one to be right, trying to be out there and go, this is how they did it. This is what's going on. Right. I figured it out.
Yes, you're 100% correct. It is the same reason that, like, I'm trying to think of a recent example. Fucking Stranger Things finale. We couldn't watch it the day it came out because Alexandra, it was a busy work day. Literally less than 24 hours we were able to watch it, yet multiple things were spoiled on social media because people are desperate for other people to view them as being in the know or as being part of the conversation. Do you want to know what it really is? I think it's like social media and loneliness as a fucking society. Everybody is super fucking lonely and nobody knows how to communicate and nobody knows how to create social groups. And we have enforced isolationism because of the way our society is run. And so what happens is people are desperate for another person online to go, yeah, you know what, you're right, and I agree with you. But not a lot of people do that. Instead what they tend to do is they all just sort of put out the thing first. So it's a bunch of people all saying the exact same thing to nobody. And then us who aren't inclined to just immediately say the obvious thing are just seeing it all and being like, why is everybody a fucking idiot? I don't know if any of that made sense, but you kind of get what I'm saying.
I do.
Yeah.
And I agree with most of it.
Yeah. For context. Oh, good.
I was going to say, I don't know if I go as deep as we all don't know how to talk and deal with each other. I think we sooner have this rewarded idiocy of the apps giving you the dings, the likes, the approvals, and going like, hey, look at how you're rewarded for you letting everyone know what you thought right away.
Totally. That's fair. But I think...
And that's giving you that sense of like, I'm validated. This is giving me validation and all that.
But I think we are saying the same thing because over time that ruins people's ability to communicate because you're just start saying things that are obvious and there's no critical thought into it.
I look at it as I don't discount that at all. I'm looking at it as that's not as important as putting on a better show about it.
Right.
And a timely matter. Like it just needs to be out there and be comfortable with when you're doing it and just, back it up with whatever you want to say and do. Right. But that's not the most important thing.
Right.
Like the other stuff is more important than that of being first and being the most loud.
Right.
Because just spread your time out with doing the other things or hanging out with friends or being normal. But the priority is that when it shouldn't be.
And just for context, because I struggled a little bit to follow what he was explaining had occurred, and he included like screen grabs with his voicemail from Reddit. So essentially, what I'm gathering from context is his friend was on the show not as a wrestler but as a fan, and Andrade goes over to her, takes a selfie, and then gives her his number in a fun little bit to show that he's this playboy, so that's the context of the
or it's a laundry ticket to pick up his mask from dry cleaning.
Maybe, you never know. Maybe it was like his order. Maybe he was like, oh yeah, you
the
work
dark
at
order.
Oh, there we go. And so some of the comments that people on Reddit are saying like, oh, I know it was scripted, but not because I know that she's a wrestler. I recognized before, but more so the fact that I saw how strong her arms look, and I knew that she was somebody of relevance to fans somewhere. I didn't know how to explain it, but she just has that look regarding celebs, fitness, wrestling, the athletic world.
That's the perfect summarization right there. A lot of talk, and then I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, yeah, you know what? Then don't. Just go, oh, I think she's a wrestler. That's cool. She's on TV. Good for her.
Yeah, the next comment was, even without recognizing her, look at her arm. She's fucking yoked. Another person wrote, I knew it was scripted, not because of anything you said, but because her phone managed to flawlessly recognize his inputs without him needing to take those chunky gloves off. Also,
I think it was a wrestler because we've seen that for 20 plus years now that wrestling companies generally don't hire actors. Yeah, everyone's got a the fucking top knot tied up, and they're, that's who they know and who they can hire. They're not going to the local theater in town and going, who's available for this evening? We can provide $30 and someone may shit in your bag.
Yeah. Reading these specific comments, he said too, this really does seem just like people desperate to be in the club. This is the same people who are like, oh, he's really hurt because the ref threw up the X sign, and a lot of people don't know, but what that means is that really means that someone's like, these are just fucking marks. It's all like, it's just
guys,
fucking
we
marks.
have a Discord. Come on in, join us. Have a conversation about it rather than just like a solo comment that doesn't lead to a conversation. That's the bummer part about it, right? Like, that's what I try to always encourage over the years is when you can watch wrestling events like live or, if it's happening at home, like with somebody, hang out with friends, have the discussions. Cause when it's just, this is what happened. I can't, good for them for doing their thing and making their money however they do. But like when I see on like TikTok, when it's the person with the studio set up,
right,
and there's nobody else, and then you see like the other half of the screen is whatever wrestling clip, right,
whatever they're watching,
and they just happen to be watching it
right
at this significant moment with no reaction whatsoever, and then all of a sudden huge gigantic overreaction, and then telling you something. I can't make it even through the fucking clip because I go,
what's the fucking point?
Like, I had an opportunity to do one of those once, and I went, I can't do that because it seems so disingenuous.
Yeah.
And that's lonely. That's not conversational. That's not sharing ideas, sharing points of view,
right,
and having a good time.
No, I completely agree. And it is artificial. There is something very inherently artificial to that part of the culture as well, where it's forced.
You can't make watching wrestling solo something awesome. Like, I'm just alone with all my stuff around me, and I'm having a really great time. Like, no, it can be an okay time.
Right.
But it's fucking fun hanging out with friends, even if it's on like our Discord that I'm plugging that, hey, hang out, chat with some people, make some jokes, and talk about stack. Like, just fucking hang out.
Just be cool, bro.
Yeah, be cool. Don't just because you figured it out you don't get anything for it. It's the same thing as like figuring out the end of the movie and blurting it out like, oh, this is what happened. Like, so you don't win anything.
You know what? Shut up. Anytime you see a comment like that, where someone's like, yeah, I know that was scripted because of this and this, just respond with something like that Thanos guy was just Josh Brolin in a in a suit, right? Like, yeah, TV scripted, shocking news.
Or in that instance of like, she's a wrestler. Like, yeah, she is, but that Andrade guy is not.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just go the other way.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Or wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me that this isn't entirely real? What are you trying to say here? What are you insinuating?
Wrestlers can't not be wrestlers.
That doesn't make
sense.
Wait a minute.
You know who's great at this? Leroy Patterson is fucking amazing at this. When we would do the wrestling writing rooms, they would all, it's inevitable.
Right.
There's at least 4 per video of, actually that concept was written by Bruce Pritchard, and in that room is no more than like Bruce Pritchard, Vince McMahon, and Pat Patterson.
Right. He just always knows the real story.
And Leroy Patterson, fucking one of the sweetest guys in the world.
Encyclopedia though.
Will just go, no, actually you just saw the footage. That's what happened. Thanks for watching.
Amazing.
Like, he's super positive.
I know that. I love that.
We'll just go, actually, no, none of those guys were working there. It was written by these guys. Didn't you see it? They got it filmed.
That's perfect.
And it just shuts it down.
My other idea to troll people like that is just say, yeah, wrestling's fake. Like, just respond to that every time that they say something stupid. Like, I'm pretty sure that was not real. Like, yeah, wrestling's fake. None of it's real. Doesn't even hurt.
Pretty sure that's fake. Is it?
All right, let's go. Thanks for the
if
call,
it was,
Gil.
explain Joey Ryan.
I'm so sorry that you're sad and that the wrestling community is the worst.
They shouldn't pick on your friend. Know that no matter what, though, people are watching, right? People are looking. People are speculating. At least there's not. At least there are comments, right?
Yeah. Right. All right. Thanks, Skill. Let's see what else we have on the hotline.
What up, fellas? This is Mr. Vicious Remo Vinci coming from the Mile High City where things are happening these days, yo. Craziness. Sorry I haven't called in for a while. I missed you guys. I haven't even been able to listen for a minute, but I'm back on it again, and I'm about to start peeping all the episodes that I missed. But, you know, since the Rumble season is happening now, I've been going back and peeping out some of the early 90s Rumbles and just, you know, trying to enjoy some of that shit again. And I was wondering, since, you know, this is when we start talking Hall of Fame shit again, what are y'all's thoughts on Rick the Model Martel and Tatanka? I think both of them deserve it. So give me your thoughts. Hope everybody's doing well. Y'all go peep out my albums. I put out 2 last year. Check it out. Mr. Vicious Remo Vinci on Spotify, all the streaming platforms, everything. So hope y'all are doing well and enjoy the Rumble. Peace.
Remo V from the 303. Always forget Groundhog's Day and Puxatawny Phil. We know that if Remo V calls in to ask about Hotline, we have 2 more weeks of winter. I don't know. I love how consistent it is.
Yeah.
Curious about
Hall of Fame talk.
Rick Martel or Tatanka as potential Hall of Fame inductees.
And he followed up on another call.
That's right.
Crush.
He called again and was like, "Oh, I thought another person." But yes. So we'll add Crush to that conversation.
You know, Crush isn't a bad candidate. I got to be a stickler, though, and I say before you put Crush in, you got to put Demolition in.
Right. I'm surprised they're not.
Well, they've had a major falling out with all things WWE Vince. They were part of the
the
lawsuit,
right,
with the concussions and all that. But they've since struck a deal, made amends. However it works, I don't know. There's no documentary on it for me to know the insides and outs of it. But they have signed whatever there's different deals now. I know there used to be Legends deals, and now there's like a shittier one for it because the headbangers are involved. So it's not Legends. Right. It's I don't think it's Nostalgia deal. What is it'll come to me eventually. But remember them guys deals? And I think that's it's coming. Like Demolition will be coming very soon in all this.
They were there in Vegas last year for the Hall of Fame. I think that's where it was last year. And they've been doing like podcasts and shit talking about it. Like, oh yeah, a lot of the fans really want us in. It's really humbling. And we appreciate it. So like, I think it's probably inevitability.
I'm sure also at that point, you're also trying to leverage, wait, are we the fucking main event of the whole thing? Like, do we get to go on last and talk?
No. And I don't,
or are we second?
We're running out of those main event people, I think, that they're building, which is why we're going to start seeing people brought in for their teams. And they're like, we're going to get like, oh, we're going to induct the Rock and Sock Connection. Like, where they're just to bring back big names for small shit that they did.
They're already doing that, man.
I know.
That's not.
But who else is? Oh, Rick Martel. It's weird. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because of something tells me that Rick Martel is more deserving than Tatanka. I don't know why I feel that way.
Rick Martel's got a pretty long and storied
I think
career.
that's what it is.
You know, his WWF runs of it are in no way indicative of like what like the longevity he's had and how great he is, and here's probably the best way to put it. As the wrestling community kind of talks about Christian, right, where it's just like, oh, he's just fucking great. Right. Like, you get in there and you know you're gonna be safe, you're gonna have great match, everything's great. That's what Rick Martel was. Sure. Too. Like, and he was that where everybody goes like, he's just great.
Also, like every company too. He's one of those guys who former AWA champ, WCW. Like, he wasn't just one of those people who was really popular in the one big company for a couple of years. Yeah. Not to take anything away from Tatanka, because I fucking loved him as a kid, but Tatanka didn't feel like he had the staying power, and I didn't feel like Tatanka felt like a gimmick, if we're going to be perfectly blunt. Whereas Rick the Model Martel had a gimmick, but felt like he was more than that.
The actual guy, the actual Indian guy, you're like, that's a gimmick. But the Canadian guys, going back to the encyclopedia, we're like, that's That dude's real Indian.
You know what I mean when I say
I know.
A
It's just fun
gimmick.
to
Yeah,
bring up.
not that his gimmick wasn't authentic.
It's a
but that
caricature.
it's a caricature, and also it was a look. It was like, oh, that's the guy that has that look. You know,
He never really did anything for me, but I certainly know that's of a generation, and a lot of people have strong feelings for him. And they started off big with the guy. He was on an undefeated streak. So I think to pad out a year, and if you want to do that,
Sure.
and absolutely, like, go for it. Sure. Is he one where I'd be scrambling to do it? No, but I'm also all for he's alive. Great.
right?
Let's celebrate him.
100%.
Let's not wait these out, because we've had way too many of those
Yeah.
where they wait for some fucking stupid reason, and then, oh, what do you know? Like 4 people died that could have
right.
had their family come out for the weekend
Celebrate them and enjoy a day.
and celebrate them and
Have
honor
the
them.
fans appreciate them in person. Yeah, as far as this question of like who else, like every year we kind of struggle with this because
You do.
yeah, you know, you're right. But I think it's because the short list is getting shorter for like the headliners. But I do think, yeah, there's probably
No way.
lots of, you know, I also just don't remember who is and isn't in it. I just assume everybody is. But yeah, there's that.
I know you're so happy that Stephanie McMahon's going in. She was announced so early, and there's your headliner.
Louise.
But we talked about it recently, like obvious contender, and give the man some fucking time on the mic. Raven.
Yep, you're right. 100%.
Just
Yeah.
embrace that man's career. Heyman's still around. Like, let him talk up Raven. Let him gush about him. Dreamer can come in any old time. Like, that's the guy's welcome with the fucking saloon swinging door everywhere he goes.
Right.
Just give Raven all his due before it gets bad with, I believe it's Parkinson's is what he has.
Right.
Just celebrate the guy. Just show clips, show matches, just
Right.
run with him. He's fucking great.
What about Taka Michinoku? Since he's come up.
Oh, then Gilbert gets to go because the friend who's
That's right. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Like, I feel like that's somebody who I'm think is like, yeah, like he's deserving of it. There are a lot of guys kind of from that era who were. That's the thing is you have to. I think the way that I see it, to our point of comparing Rick Martel versus Tatanka, and again, I'm sorry that this turns into a shitting on Tatanka thing. I loved. He was very fun. I enjoyed him, but I try to think.
Doesn't sound like it.
I try to think of the people who weren't just big characters that were kind of a flash in the pan, but people who had longevity to their career and who like left something behind, like the Ravens, Taka Michinoku. Like there's the Christians.
There's a bunch of feathers all over this country.
But you know, I definitely think
headdress.
that he did leave that banger of a song, Tatanka Buffalo.
Got Native American.
You know,
blood
it's the
in my veins, and I'll fight.
I feel like the Hall of Fame. I like it when, you know, we tend to use the phrase workhorses, when the workhorses get their flowers more so than just like, hey, this guy was really popular for a couple years and sold a lot of merch or whatever, and so Hall of Fame.
I like hey, if you're doing like 5 or 6,
Having
then
one,
you have like one kind of fun character.
sure, that's fair.
Somebody who's like, 90% bionics at this point, and they're out there.
They're gonna put in
with
Stone
all the
Cold again,
machines. Or Kurt Angle,
Right,
whoever.
Yeah,
So it's a mixed bag, right? Like, so you can get a different feel for the night. It's essentially putting together a card. Like you want
right, yeah.
something kind of feel good and, maybe a sad one. But I think he can round out one in one of those. I think another one that is a must is at this point, no matter what, is Jim Johnston.
100%. Absolutely. In fact, I think it's easier to find people who aren't like wrestlers that should deserve. I have an easier time of picking celebrities for the celebrity wing than for wrestlers. But no, Jim Johnston, 100%. The guy was like solely responsible for like the Pavlov's dog creation of wrestling themes.
For what was really big when it was sparsely used, right, in entrance themes previously, when they would use the licensed song
right
on television in companies, and they come out and that's a big song, and it's a big notable rock song for someone to use. But at some point, whether they saw the writing on the wall and went like, well, if we're going to have to pay for all these songs used all the time, it's going to be a lot of money. So then getting a composer and coming up with original songs and then being able to sell albums. It was, I think, certainly revolutionary, and the guy was really good at it. And we constantly compare everyone else who fills the shoes that we hear about, like, CFO fucking $sign or anybody else. We go, man, why doesn't anybody just hire Jim Johnston again or call him up?
Right.
And I don't know all the circumstances of everything there is, and maybe there's someone internally that doesn't like him or a couple people, but has that stopped you before? You made a fucking Warrior Award.
Right.
So
exactly.
Come on. Like, you can sell more music, you can do more stuff, you can just plug that WWE Vault page with just tons of songs to monetize off those and make fucking playlists.
Right.
Let the dude, and even if he's a weird talker, like give him 6 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean,
wrap it up.
They literally barely gave any speeches. I don't know if it was the last one. The last one that I watched, they gave the two main people time, and then everybody else was just like, they didn't even have the person who inducted them get off the stage. It was like a fucking Academy Award or some shit like that, where it was like, we're going to wrap this up.
All the stuff that you could sit down and do with them over the weekend, where you go, like, get a team, go through a lot of the tracks and just get updated.
Right.
Like him talking about, how'd you come up with that? What's the inspiration? What happened? How did you come up with the glass break for Stone Cold Steve?
Right.
All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be great. I keep pushing for Earl Hebner. Both
the Hebners,
Earl and David.
100%.
I think one for you that's a must and would be a great speech is William Regal.
Yeah, I was trying to think of people, and I wrote down a couple names of wrestlers, and William Regal, I think, is long deserving. And then I was trying to think, because I felt bad for taking a piss of people who I thought were maybe short gimmick people. I was thinking of people who are like from that era or previous that are deserving. I think King Kong Bundy. Yep. Just because of even just like the WrestleMania of it all, even if it is not like, even if it didn't have a giant, 20-year career with the company. I don't really know how long it's spent with that company, but still, I think that's the name of somebody like that who's like, oh yeah, no, he should definitely be in.
Yeah. And what's great is they waited too long, and so he's dead.
Yeah. Well, same thing with Bam Bam Bigelow. If I'm not mistaken, he's not in as well, right?
That's probably the case.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people like that. Yeah, who else? Any announcers?
Haku. I think Haku with all things Bloodline, of that, and the knowledge of like, oh, he was one of the strongest guys on the planet.
Right.
Like, yeah, man, put him in. He's great. And I'm sure half the people think I'm joking. I don't care. The Boogeyman.
The Boogeyman is one of those people who, yes, to your point of like, the fun character on the card, 100%. Yeah. I'm all for that.
That dude committed. That dude ate so many worms. You got to give him a plaque.
Is there anybody from, so I know like, obviously some people are still at the end of their careers, like the Chris Jerichos, who, I think is eventually.
He's in phase 2 out of 6, actually.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Get to the multiverse already. So, is there anybody from that class that's like, what about like a Dean Malenko? Is Dean
talking like Attitude Era?
Yeah, like the Attitude Era.
So he's currently working AEW Dean Malenko.
Okay. Because I feel like
one of the coaches.
Right. Because I know like Ray is in.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of that era, because I think that's the era that like they're going to start becoming kind of the big names that are left.
I think with your AAA tie-in and all that, I think it'd certainly be good to do like Conan.
Right.
Psychosis.
Right.
Juventud could potentially be problematic. What? I don't know how he's doing these days. I know he's had some issues in the past, but
don't know anything about
possibly that. Like it's not too big of a deal, but I think he's another contender. David Flair. We're adding applause.
Yes, exactly.
I think with the AAA tie-in, I think that'd be kind of neat to do and just start to acknowledge more luchadors or cruiserweights of that time. Super Crazy.
Super Crazy is a really good one. I'm trying to think of people who were, kind of like important figures in that era, maybe who were unappreciated.
David Flair.
But would become staples. I think Dean Malenko is probably the best one that I could think of as far as like someone who's not wrestling anymore, more than deserving. I know, of course, not for the company right now, but that.
Same with Jerry Lynn. Jerry Lynn's not with the company anymore either, and I think he's also of that ilk.
Yeah, and Regal is in there as well. Yeah, I mean, I think there's still a lot of people.
Finley's in.
Finley, perfect example. One. Yes, Fit Finley. Oh, let's look that up. Is Fit Finley in?
Because he definitely should be, especially for his contribution to women's wrestling.
Exactly.
Like he was the first of Attitude Era with your Victorias, your Trishas, and just really making the women's wrestling a lot.
I don't see
better product.
I don't see anything. Nothing comes up about him being in the Hall of Fame. Definitely deserving. 100%.
Hey, as of our watch along series recently, Scotty Too Hottie.
You know what? Yeah. Too cool, I would say, over just Scotty Too Hottie. Sure, absolutely. Has Rikishi's
Lawler out?
Rikishi's been in on his own because I remember the Usos inducted him, right? So, yeah, 100%. I don't know what's going on with Brian Lawler. Didn't he have like problems? Personal life problems? Is he not alive anymore?
Yeah, that's it.
Right. Okay. I was like,
him being dead is a real personal problem.
As it was leaving my mouth, I was like, wait a minute, I think he died.
Brian Christopher, very dead.
Right.
Problematic.
Right.
Issue can't be resolved.
Let's see what the internet says.
Through modern science.
Let's see what the internet says. Wrestlers who should...
No, he's dead. No, he's dead, Jake.
I just want to see what the internet says, okay? I need to use the Google AI overview to see.
I saw Brian Christopher getting a selfie with Andrade. So
all right,
he's clearly alive.
Let's see. Let's see who Wrestle Talk thinks. Wrestle Talks, 20 names who should be JBL, Dean Malenko.
Is he not?
I guess not. Oh, let's see when this article is from. They don't post when the article's from because they're bad. Oh yeah, this must be from way back because this says WrestleMania 36 is right around the corner. All right, so JBL is clearly in there now, but we can still see the list just in case. Dean Malenko, Ivan Koloff. Did he get? I think
pants.
Did Ivan Koloff get sushi pants? Definitely.
You go in the Hall of Fame or sushis?
William Regal, and they want me to click the next page, and so I think we're done reading that article. Yeah, we figured. Oh, Luger.
No, he went in.
Oh, he went in. Was that recently?
Yeah,
I can't remember that. Demolition.
Cody came and told him.
Jim Johnson. Oh yes, right.
He's like, if you can stand up and walk to me, we'll let you into the WWE Hall of Fame. He's like, you son of a bitch.
You know what? Santino Marella. That's what I'm going to say. I'm not reading that. That's me saying Santino Marella deserves
No,
it.
I watched the first episode of TNA. That's back on. That's on the back burner right now. I'm sorry, Santino. That was fucking terrible.
Psycho Sid.
Yep, he's dead too. So it's time.
Eric Bischoff is on this list. Did he get in? I can't remember. No, he didn't get in, did he? Did they do a thing?
I don't believe so.
It's crazy how like the past 10 years, it's just become this amalgamation of not being able to track who it was anymore.
I also really just don't. I'll take it in when they're announcing it, but I don't think I've watched a ceremony since I've gone to one.
Right.
Just because I just always hated how they mess with it on TV, so I didn't like watching them.
Yeah, the rest of this list is a dud, and it's mostly people who are now in it.
Don't worry, Michelle McCool's already in. If that's where you're looking.
Oh, good, thank God.
Podcast.
Have we had what about Gail Kim? Is she in there? I know she did most of her work not in the company, but
she can be in the TNA Hall of Fame. That's fine.
Alrighty.
Her just bailing on a battle royal as her last WWE match. I think we're good.
I think we did it. I think we fixed it. I think we solved all the Hall of Fame. I still think that what's his face deserves the celebrity wing. WCW champion. David Arquette deserves to be in the celebrity wing, hands down.
I will actually justify why, if you'd like.
Sure, I don't need you to, but please do for the listeners who might think I'm an idiot.
Because of the contribution that he gave, like 100%. When he had won the WCW title, then gave like a large charitable donation to, I don't remember which charity, but like, because he was not for it, but wanted to make sure like he's giving back.
Yep.
Absolutely.
100%.
Drew Carey's in there for fuck's sake.
Yeah. I saw an article recently that was like Drew Carey showed up to the WWE Royal Rumble with no personnel and just a duffel bag, or just a gym bag, and he refused his own dressing room. And it was like an article about, like, I don't know, some interview where somebody was trying to be like, yeah, look how great and cool and down to earth Drew Carey is. He showed up to the wrestling thing and was like, I want to get dressed with the boys, and like, I don't have an entourage. And I'm like, I don't know that this is an article worthy conversation that we're having. Also, who's been hating on Drew Carey? Who's like, he's a real hoity guy.
I think wrestling from time to time there seemed to be a moment that circulated on the internet with Jim Ross talking about him.
Oh,
that was
okay. Maybe I'm
trying to be skewed as like, I think Jim was actually quite fair when you listen to the context of it, but there was, Jim Ross slams Drew Carey. It's like, no, he was saying what seemed to be like Drew Carey is a very big star. He had a very big sitcom, but I don't think we got out of it what we were looking to get.
Sure,
I don't think it was a good fit, and I don't think it was
nothing happened.
Basically simpatico. Yeah. So he basically said like, look, he's a big name, but it's a funny moment, but did it do anything? No.
It was the equivalent of modern day, social media clip.
Yeah. So
alrighty.
It's fine.
We did it. We still have another hotline call, so let's go see the last one in the bucket.
Hey guys, Mask Llama here. Just want to let y'all know that I am totally okay with the new schedule as it is. And I just want you guys to know that I'm proud of you. Jake, man, like, I know making a movie is crazy hard work, and but getting a chance to bring your vision to life, to creation, is so cool. And I'm so happy that you're getting this chance, and proud of you for doing it. And Scott, man, like, I know your circumstances are not anywhere near as great as Jake's, but I can only imagine how rough it is, and to your father like that, and going through all of that in the care. And I'm proud of you too, man, for sticking through it and doing it. What you're doing is great. And yeah, I had no idea how to end this. The emotional thing's not really something I'm great at. But yeah, so keep on keeping on, the both of you. And I'm with you however I can be. If you need anything, you've both got my Discord. Take care, y'all. Bye.
Mass Llama, what a lovely message. We really appreciate the sentiment. It's kind of a bummer because he started the message by saying, I'm just letting you know I'm okay with the new schedule. And my instinct is to be like, oh, okay, thank God. Mass Llama approves of our schedule, our overlord that we have to answer to. Oh, thank you so much for your approval. And I really want to be a dick to him. But then he says like really nice stuff afterwards. So
good thing you weren't.
Yeah, so I can't do that.
Thanks for listening all the time up until right now, Mass Llama. Yeah, I appreciated it.
I can't do that because he was so nice afterwards. So I can't say like, oh yeah, we really needed your approval. Thanks so much, our fearless llama overlord.
Yep. It's been great knowing you, Mass Llama.
No, seriously, Mass Llama. We love it. What a kind message. We appreciate you. And I'll speak for Scott because he loves when I do that.
And you're always correct.
He doesn't like it when we say that what he's doing, the situation he is in, is something that's nice, that he's doing that's good. He's doing a good thing. He doesn't like that.
Do you want to do it?
Exactly. I mean, it's, it's what Mass Llama is trying to say is that it's tough. He can't imagine how hard it is. And he's proud of you. We're all proud of you, Scott.
I can send video. I can start putting videos on our Patreon if you want to know.
We are all proud of you,
hard
Scott.
It is. If you want to know the day-to-day.
Mass Llama.
Do you want to know his BM schedule?
Mass Llama, we appreciate you. And that was very nice. And that'll do it, Scott. We have to thank our current Patreon Palskis before we say goodbye.
We don't have to. We get to.
Oh, we get to.
Yes, thank you all for supporting the show, and thank you for being like Mass Llama, accepting our schedule and working with us as we go through this. And we're just still working on making the best shows we can for you, because we're not reactionary and just immediately going, oh, yeah, and then this happened, and here's why Roman Reigns winning the Rumble sucks. No, we take time and then let you know why it sucked. Like any good show would. So thank you to all of our current Patreon Palskis: Adrian Avina, Alex Pierce, Alice Rader, the new PWP champ, Andrea Beeler, Foley is God, Gilbert Short, Mass Llama, Michael Beltran, Mike Lucas, Suicide, Tim Bemis, Tim Redbeard, Tom Hader, and Tony Griggs.
Thanks to each and every one of you for continued support of the show. Could not, would not, should not do it without you. That'll do it. We hope you guys had fun this week. As always, it's an absolute blast hanging out with you on Pro Wrestling Palskis.
It's Dragon Wagon.